Hello, and welcome to La Rochelle, home of the Grand Pavois In-Water Boat Show, where we give dealers and customers the chance to test boats out. A really interesting boat, because today we're going to show you the Marlin version of the famous Jeanneau Mary Fisher 895. Historically, the Marlin is the model of the Mary Fisher line designed for fishing. But this time, with the new 895 Marlin, Jeanneau has built a boat designed for fishing that offers great versatility for both cruising and adventure. The boat has a unique and modern look, like a seagoing SUV, which is ready for a lot more than just fishing. Getting on board is very easy. It can be done in several ways. The first is across the large swim platforms and through the aft gate. There is no step, as the platforms are flush with the cockpit. Boarding can also be done through a bulwark gate for easy and direct access to the recessed side decks. Finally, depending on how the boat is moored, it is also possible to board across the bow, as the open bow rail has grab rails and a stowable step. As with all models in the Marlin line, there is a very long, very wide cockpit where the design priority is fishing. The roof overhang is relatively short, so as not to interfere with casting. The cockpit is also very deep, as is the recessed side deck, with secure handrails to hold on to. The side deck is flush with the cockpit and provides easy access to the helm station. So, moving around on deck while fishing is a smooth flow through the wheelhouse side door and also through the aft sliding glass door. With fishing still in mind, the boat can be equipped with an outside helm station, though not presented here. Rod holders can be installed here on the transom above the outboard engines, on the aft quarter bulwarks. Additional optional holders can also be installed here on the roof. The cockpit is completely modular. All the seats are foldable. There is also an optional folding side bench seat to starboard. So, in the blink of an eye, the seats can be stowed to open up all the space in the cockpit for fishing. There is a comfortable fishing position here, situated above the outboard motors. It is equipped with drink holders, cutting boards, and access to a storage area for fishing accessories. This fishing station is on rails to both free up space when the engines are lowered and to be able to lift the engines completely out of the water. On the port side, you have a secondary access gate to really facilitate loading and unloading over the port side platform. The space here to port can be equipped with an optional live well, a really convenient feature for fishing. There is a telescopic sunshade to protect the cockpit, both while fishing or spending time with family. It is possible to fish and follow your catch unencumbered. Another type of sunshade is also available. This sunshade is suspended but installed permanently in a fixed position. This fixed position is interesting because it allows for the enclosure of the entire cockpit. The Mary Fisher 895 Marlin is equipped with outboard motors. The boat is available in two versions, standard and offshore. The difference is the maximum horsepower. With the offshore version, outboards of up to 2 × 250 horsepower are available for maximum speeds around 43 to 45 knots, depending on the load. The boat is already very pleasant with engines that are more modest at 2 × 150 or 2 × 200 horsepower. What sets the offshore version apart is the Category B registration and the greater capacity fuel tanks at 2 × 300 liters instead of the standard 2 × 200 liters. The fuel tanks are located on each side of the cockpit, under the deck. This layout leaves space for a large central storage locker between the tanks. There is also an optional 3.5 kilowatt gasoline-powered electric generator. This makes air conditioning possible while cruising in warmer climates. It also supplies the boat with 220 volt power when at anchor. The wheelhouse is slightly offset to port. There is a secondary port side deck, but the reason for the offset is to increase the width and depth of the main side deck located to starboard, and to allow for the side deck to be flush with the cockpit and secured by handrails. The side deck also has direct access to the helm station via the sliding side door. It is really very wide. When cruising at the helm, one gets the impression of being outside. The helm station is well equipped. It features a large instrument panel able to install Garmin screens of up to 12 inches. This boat is equipped with a 9-inch Garmin screen. The controls for the motors are also located here. Sitting in the helm seat is very comfortable. But for a sportier feeling at the helm, with the bolster seat lifted, it is possible to drive standing up. The Wheelhouse is really very large and comfortable. The saloon with face-to-face seating is equipped with a table. What's unique with the boat we are looking at today is the electrically operated soft top. It opens up the roof completely for excellent ventilation and the feeling of being outside. This table can fold to transform this seat into a co-pilot's bench seat facing the sea. This feature is interesting because it allows all the passengers to be seated comfortably and facing forward. To starboard, there is a storage unit with a cupboard located here and direct access to the power switches, which are installed here. Under the pilot's seat, you have a large 65-liter fridge. The galley is located here on the port side in front of the co-pilot's seat. Here, under the cover, there is a sink and a gas burner, right next to this folding countertop. A food preparation area for cooking. The other major feature of the Mary Fisher 895 Marlin is this real cockpit saloon located here on the foredeck. So, a second cockpit on the boat with L seating that can be completed with a table. Of course, it's possible to also have another table for the rear cockpit. This forward cockpit can be protected by a sunshade that is easy to install. And of course, the whole cockpit can be transformed into a large sunbed. And finally, a little surprise. Here, under the forward bench seat, is a hatch, which can be used in several ways. This hatch makes it easy to stow all your forward cockpit upholstery directly into the forward cabin. It also can be used at night, when sleeping aboard, to ventilate the forward cabin. We invite you now to follow us to the Jeanneau stand at the Exposition Hall at the Grand Pavois in La Rochelle to discover the standard version of the Mary Fisher 895 Marlin. This version is equipped with a polyester roof, but with a large roof hatch for great ventilation. As shown in these pictures, the Mary Fisher 895 Marlin exhibited here has the large black roof rack. It is the boat's signature feature. It gives it that adventurous look and makes it possible to transport equipment like a paddleboard. And this roof storage rack is available regardless of the version, hardtop or soft top electric. We'd like to take this opportunity to show you the cockpit saloon with all the seats down and the table installed. You really have a nice, easy-to-use living space. It's very different and complementary to the fishing-oriented open cockpit. We'd also like to show you the optional starboard bench seat. And now, let's discover an essential feature of this Mary Fisher 895 Marlin, namely 2 closed cabins, 2 double berth cabins, and also a very comfortable head with a shower. The forward owner's cabin is particularly inviting. It has very good ventilation with the porthole and also the hatch that we saw previously. The hatch provides good ventilation and also plenty of natural light. In addition, there are skylights located in the roof and 2 hull windows on each side of the berth. The V-berth consists of 2 linked single berths that can be transformed into a large double berth with this sliding support and extra cushions. The owner's cabin, located forward, is complemented by a second cabin set apart by a door. This second cabin is located to port. It has a bench seat with storage underneath. It has excellent ventilation and light, with a large hull window and porthole. It has a double berth, which is located under the saloon. To starboard, there is a very nice, fully equipped head with a marine toilet, wastewater holding tank, a sink, and a shower, as the compartment has a drain. As you've seen during our tour, the Mary Fisher 895 Marlin is a ship built for adventure. It offers tremendous opportunities, with a lot of space on the outside and inside, a rear cockpit and a bow cockpit, and 2 separate cabins. It is a boat that can go fishing and discover new horizons. For more information on this boat, we invite you to come and meet us at a boat show or get in touch with your local Jeanneau dealer. See you soon on our next tour.